Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 14 of our modded 1.6.4 series. I'm Illusion, and there's Hotag. So, I just wanted to give you a little quick look around. Actually, news first. You can see got a bunch of junk in inventory. We added a new mod this morning. We added Ender IO. Ender IO is a pretty cool mod. I'm still learning a little bit, but the reason we added it was, well, it's not only a cool mod, but we needed a better way to, well, thank you Hotag for putting that down for me. You can see that this, hey, go get that moonstone quick. Go look for it. We needed a way to actually store buildcraft power. And since thermal expansion is not updated, we just kind of started looking through options, and I knew a little bit about Ender IO and knew that they had a capacitor bank. So we're not going to get into this too much today. Looks like we got 2 moonstone from that meteor that almost hit our place. But we these capacitor blocks, they are stackable, and you can have as many as you want, and each of them can store 250,000 MJs. So we can stack 4 of these and have a capacity of a million MJ. Right, it's a multi-block. So it's a pretty cool mod that we're going to get into, and I like how the conduits kind of stack together. So like I told you before, this side of the factory is going to be on BC power. So we're going to just kind of do a similar setup over there with the IC2, over here with BC power, and use the Ender IO and the conduits. So that's pretty cool. And you got that? What else? So between last episode, I also added a second industrial grinder with the mercury cells, because there are some things that we want to process with mercury, like I'm going to show you in just a few, probably towards the end of the episode. You'll see why. And I actually got it already set up to export gold right now. Other than that, I started adding some interfaces to these guys to be able to tie them back into the AE network. So Hotag's going to work on that Ender IO just a little bit, and I'm going to work on this nuclear reactor. If you remember last episode, we made all the pieces and parts, but we had to implement a protection plan before we could turn her on. So that's what we're going to finish up today. So fill that in. All right. So you can see I got a bunch of stuff in my inventory, and I came up with a pretty interesting design in my test world. So let's get going with that. What's going on here? Okay. Okay, perfect. I took these away so I can remove them and let the power drain out, or let the lava drain. I'm sorry. So, and I have a full inventory. So this is my ender pouch for, what can I put away? I can put away lava, and glass, and bow. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let me get rid of this. So this is going to be a MFFS protection force field. So basically it's going to be a force field with the containment module. So if anything happens inside this force field, it's not going to affect anything outside the force field. So it's my own design. I have never seen anybody do this, at least not on camera. So if you have any questions about it, definitely let me know. I'll be glad to explain it a little bit more. All right, so let's get going. So right underneath there is you can see right there, that's the bottom of the reactor. So I'm going to put the projector right here. I'm going to rotate this to the top side. I'm going to put down the capacitor and the extractor. Actually, I just need to put down the extractor needs power, so I can put the capacitor back over here. And so I got an 8-block transmit radius. I'm just gonna put it there for now. Put that in there for a second. Okay, so let me go ahead and start linking these up. Make some cards. So I'm going to link the extractor to the capacitor. Alright. And need some levers. Forgot the levers. Made everything else except for that. I think I have some in here already. Yep. And I missed. Of course. So what you making? You making that binding or is it binding or something? Are you making silicon? Electrical steel. Oh, cool. So yeah, this is definitely a mod that both of us are still learning. I don't. I've seen a few people play with it, but they mainly play with the conduits and the kind of the routing. Okay. All right. So that is running. So we're going to start extracting. Pull a little bit of power. I'm going to link the capacitor to the projector. Okay, so the projector's starting to get power. Okay. Next thing I want to do, I have some of this framed alloy wire, which came from Project Red. So this is going to go here. Okay. Oh, looks like I need to get one more of those. Yeah. Yeah, one more. All right, framed. Okay, let's grab two for good measure. Never know. And that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to put interfaces up here and have them tie back into the network, so that way we can request some of these off these machines. Some of them will be manual, and some of them will be automatable. Okay, so that's that. I go run upstairs and put down this alloy wire to tie it in together. Oh, come on now. Oh, I'll go ahead and do this as well. Okay. Well, just having a hard time with this. There we go. No, I just needed a little bit of a boost. All right. All right, so now we have that red pipe signal. All right, so now I'm going to have a AND gate set up. Right here, I think. So AND gate is going to run to that. We're going to have this run here. I'm going to go ahead and break this off just for a second. I'm going to wire this to here. Okay, and next thing I'm going to do is, let me run back upstairs, get my remote sensor kit. Got my card, remote thermal generator. And this is going to have power, so I'm going to bring power over here. Red alloy wire. Okay. And actually what I may do it like this. Kind of like this idea better. Oh, you toss it back to me. Thank you. Okay. So like that. I'll run strips along there to connect them. So what this is going to do, I'm going to break them just so I can. No, I am not good at redstone. So I'm going to set this MFSU to output if partially filled. So you're just going to see it's going to send a redstone signal. Yeah, I'm using an AND gate. That's right. So what this is going to do, this is going to output a redstone signal when it needs power, and this signal right here is going to output a signal when it's less than whatever temperature I set, which I'll probably set 5500. So if it's less than 5500, these two will output a signal. And then I'm going to run one more piece of wire that's kind of a master switch. And if all of these conditionals, if everything's met in the AND gate, then we'll output a signal, which turns on the projector, which turns on a force field, and turns on the reactor. Pretty cool, huh? So let me grab a few more strips. That way I can wire this up. So basically, any time that the reactor is running, that the projector and the force field projector will be running at the same time. They can't run separately. And it will only turn on when it needs power or when the heat is less than what I set. Okay. So we could just do something. I could come back and make this a little bit prettier later. Actually, probably, I'm just going to set this up for now, but I'm probably going to come back and make a wireless transmitter to hook up to here so we can actually have remote control from our little command post up there. So I will actually, let me turn this to that right now. So as you can see right here, so that's outputting a signal, this is outputting a signal, this isn't, and once I turn on here, it's going to turn on the projector, and now the reactor's turned on. So, pretty cool. I like this setup. It took me a while to fine-tune it like I wanted it. So, containment module on there. I may actually need another field distance upgrade, and I don't know if this could be a 5 or 6. We'll make it 5 now, and make it 3 on each side. Okay, kind of like that. I'm going to set it so you can walk through it. So I don't have anything in the reactor, so right now I just want to test to make sure the projector's in a good spot. Okay, so let's turn that on. Okay, technical difficulties already. Oh, I know why. Because I turned this to not take a redstone signal. Okay, so let's raise that up by, yeah, I thought I was going to need one more. Let me make, what is that one? Okay. Come on now. So we'll go up by this on one more. Excellent. Come here, Hotai. Come on, let's see what you think. So there's a 1 block space. Actually, I can bring it down 1, but that looks kind of cool. Oh, Tag, come see. Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Yep. All right. So I'll bring it down by 1 block. And go ahead and finish wiring this thing up. I gotta. Yes, it will. Not fully tested, but the limited amount of testing that I've seen is that it will contain the blast. But basically, the force field will be the last line of defense because if the right now the MFSU doesn't need power, it's not going to turn on. If it's overheating, it won't turn on. So if everything fails, this is basically the last line of defense, and will hopefully save the factory from turning into a big crater. No, it will not. Basically, anytime the reactor is on, the force field on. They're basically the redstone is run together between the two. So we can kind of, you said you might work on a computer script for it, so we might be able to run it to once we, ideally if I could do it, I just don't know how to do it, is once the, basically the MFSU runs primarily on 1 turbine, and once it gets 75% capacity, the reactor kicks in to bump it up with power instead of this just bumping on and then coming off, bumping on, coming off. So that's kind of what I'd like to do, but I don't know if I am advanced enough to do it that way. I've tried the gate. There is not a gate conditional for the reactors. Okay, so let me bring power. I need to bring power over here. So anyway, so I'm going to finish wiring this up, and I will bring you guys right back once I get the power over there to the remote thermal. So this remote thermal monitor can only accept LV power. So I got to down convert this, or I'm actually was thinking about using one of these geothermals to run it. So let me decide how I want to do that. This was the bigger issue, and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Okay, guys, we're back. So what I did, I just took the simple, easy route for right now, and I just took those geothermals that we had right here, and I just plugged one of the thermal generators with the lava tank into here, and this will keep this supplied pretty easily. Just the thing is, it only takes LV, so I'd have to down convert all the way from 2048 down to 32, so it'd be kind of a pain. So I got my hazmat suit on, and the turbines are actually off. So let's turn this on and see what happens. So just to be clear, Hotag, the design in the chest is exactly how it needs to go into the...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the design.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I was saying I'm gonna stand out on the other corner of the factory, but if that blows up, the entire factory is gone.
It's not gonna blow up. Okay, come look at this. Make sure that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
So let's see, moment of truth. And I want to, I actually get the monitor up there. Okay, so we have an output signal from the MFSU saying we need power. We have a signal saying from the remote thermometer saying we're under 5,500 heat. Our max heat is 8,500 melting, and max is 10,000. So once I flick this switch, the force field should come on, and we should start getting power. Cross your fingers.
Ooh. I'm hearing stuff.
Yeah, I'm hearing too. And we are getting power.
Yep. At a really nice rate.
Yep. So let's go look to see what our little monitor up here is displaying.
Ooh, I see a moonstone on the roof.
All right, so we have a temp of 0. We are outputting 500 EU a tick. We have a max heat of 10,000 and a melting of 8,500, just like I said. Man, that's cool. I like that. Forgot to grab that chest, but it's okay.
And lots of moonstone up here.
Is there? Are you on the
Yeah.
roof? Oh, I see you.
I'm on the roof. I'm the bat.
Oh, I see you.
And there's another one. That's nothing.
So 500 EU tick. I like that.
And that should run for 2 hours straight if it's always running.
All right, so we're still getting good power here. No issues with that. And then once this thing fills up, it will actually turn itself off. So let me go ahead and plug back up into this, and I want to take off, which one of these is, actually I'm going to go ahead and I want to finish breaking that one, so I'm going to break that and let that rotor finish breaking. I've already crafted a new one. And then we're probably just going to go down to 1 turbine. Yep. And now we don't see a force field in here. But man, it looks great. And then the extractor's getting power first, but we're good with that. We're actually good with force energy.
And you have the monitor to shut down the nuclear reactor if it gets too hot.
Yes, so that's what this one over here in the corner is.
Oh.
So it's right now, you see it sets 5,500.
That's not too much.
No, it's the actual blow up is 10,000. But
oh, nice.
You know, we're doing a pretty safe reactor design, so just kind of set a mid-level thing. So once any of these conditions aren't met, it'll immediately turn itself off. And then what we'll do is up here, this piece of red wire, we'll take a wireless transmitter, and we can take a wireless receiver there, and then take a transmitter up to the command center, so we can just turn it off and on remotely.
Ooh, fancy.
I know. I like it.
Can we use a camouflage on the projector?
We have to have UU matter. So once we get our first UU matter, then yes, we can. But the camouflage module actually takes us 1 piece of UU and I think 4 advanced alloy.
We don't have pieces of UU, so the recipe must have changed. How do we make UU?
Well, so this will be a little bit spoiler for you guys that do watch us on a regular basis. We are going to go down both routes of UU matter production. We're going to do the IC2 with the new machines, and then we're going to do the Gregtech. Is it matter or mass fabricator? With Gregtech.
I think it's mass fabricator.
Yeah, mass fabricator. Matter is a regular old IC2. So we're going to do both methods of it and kind of see what happens. So we're getting close to filling this thing back up. And I like the little sound effects down to it. All right.
Yeah, now it's funny, but after playing for like 3 hours and this is 1 hour here, I don't know if we're gonna like it that much.
Okay, guys. Well, and I also made this radioisotope thermoelectric generator. Basically, will give us a little bit of extra power. And did we just fill up the ooh. So it just turned itself off, which is good. It's a good little test run.
Yeah, and the LGH, I don't know why they ran off.
Yes, so
That's not what happened. That's not what appeared on the simulator. Strange.
Hotag is going to have to get us a better design for the nuclear reactor because that LZH didn't do what we wanted to. But I'm happy
Yeah,
to say that the protection plan did its
worked.
job. So I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to talk with Hotag and we're going to see what we're going to do for the rest of the episode. Or we might work on this BC stuff. We might go back to Ars Magic. I don't know. So let's figure out what we're going to do, and guys, I'll bring you back in just a few minutes.
That's not a pipe.
Okay,
It's a shame.
guys, we're back, and if you remember, we talked about last episode. We made that Mistcraft age, and I want to come show you what I did between the last two episodes. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Batmorph because it is super sketchy out here. And Hotag's working on something. And I'll come right back and show him, show what he's working on. There we go. Ugh, see, I mean, sketchy. So I did go ahead and set up a quarry here between the last two episodes, and you can see around here, I think we may have got a dense ore um, generation with the with this Mistcraft age, which I'm not going to complain about. So I told Hotag we're going to quarry here from now on. We're not going to quarry in the overworld. I was able to get all the Ars Magic and stuff, and some Galactic Craft stuff, and you can see I've picked the walls pretty good. I've left a lot, but pretty good mining here. So we're going to continue to do that. And I was just playing with with the arcane boar from Thaumcraft just a little bit. So what I brought you down here is I found this iridium ore. I have a silk touch pick, and I'm getting a little bit of a mining speed penalty because I am flying. There we go. Awesome. That's a black granite too. If you're wondering, it's not a hole. Okay. So let me show you what we can do with this black granite. Yeah, it took me a while to get this thing set up. I ended up having to make like a little dirt hut just to be able to get here to set up the machines or set up the engines. Not fun. Once we start getting into potions, I'm going to maybe get a magnum torch out there. Okay. There we go. So if you remember at the beginning of the episode, I told you I made this grinder to have mercury cells. Well, this is one of the reasons why. So if I go into the iridium, you can see if I get it to the industrial grinder with water, get 1 ore, 6 small piles, and 2 platinum. But if I go with mercury, I can get the same, but I actually get 2 full pieces of platinum now, which platinum is good. I like platinum. So that is what we're going to do. Oh, so pretty. So there's actually quite a few things that you can do with the mercury cells. Actually, show you. And there we go. Some of the cool ones that we'll use it for, definitely gold, because actually triples our gold. Of course, I just showed you the iridium to the tungstate. We're going to use that because we can actually get this manganese, which we need for stainless steel. It's one of the only ways to get stainless steel. Stainless steel is you have to make all your centrifuges out of stainless steel. So we definitely need that. And sheldonite, which we'll get from, we'll get that too. Get a lot of platinum, and we get a little bit of iridium out of that. and the nickel ore. So we have a whole stack of nickel ore in there. And we actually can get a full platinum dust. So I'm debating on whether I want to run all the nickel through or just some of it. So that's that. So, all right, I'm going to come over here, and Potag has been working over here. So we actually made an alloy.
So
go ahead, you talk.
So we've made an alloy smelter from Ender.io. We actually made a sag mill too, because we need to make silicon things for like red power. Remember the ones?
Mm-hmm.
And to make the capacitor cell that is downstairs behind the smeltery. And I fell down. And here downstairs we will have the we need to remove that. Downstairs we will have the power gen for Buildcraft power connected to this capacitor bank and then to the conduits. And that's it.
So we
I
have
think
2,000 MJs already stored up.
Yeah.
And this is the mid-tier of conduit.
Cable.
Yeah. And it can actually support 512 EU a tick, or not EU, been working IC too long, 512 MJ a tick. So nice, small, compact wire, and we actually can bring that up to run this this side of the factory off of MJs. So that's pretty cool.
So now let's see if this
awesome.
is working fast. Yeah. The cable looks really awesome.
Yeah, it does. Here's a baby zombie on the roof.
It's on the roof.
Why is he not burning? Is it raining? No.
No, it's a baby. Sometimes they don't burn. Whoa! That's fast. Why that one is not working? Oh yeah, because it's not connected.
So cool. So this is, I haven't played with Ender.io a whole lot, but, now that we've added it, kind of like it. I think it'd be kind of fun to play with.
Hey, it's a cool mod.
Actually, and I think with some of this over here, I actually might be able to clean this up a little bit, maybe rework it. I don't know, but I like this design, but maybe cut down on the ender tanks, because there is fluid conduits as well. You can see energy. Wait, it must not be conduit. What's it called? Fluid conduit. Oh, yeah, it is called conduit. I just didn't look.
Well, the thing is, because we didn't have thermal expansion, this at least help us with BC power.
Absolutely.
And liquid. Yeah.
And we can actually, with these same conduits, we can actually send a redstone signal down too. And they're very easy to automate with a AE interface like I have going on here. So that may actually come up in the future too, where I might just stick an interface on there and set up a recipe like I have right here, so we can make that those materials that need them. So that's gonna call it good for episode 14.
Whoa!
Thanks for joining us again. Oh, you're gonna go all out, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, 1.6, but I'm placing them on the ceiling. I don't know why. Because they look funky there.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna go with 9?
Yeah, for now.
Cool. So this little insert right here will be kind of the BC, the gate
yeah.
little area.
Yeah.
So again, thanks for joining us, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, leave some comments if you have any questions. Love to hear the feedback from the viewers, and we will see you guys next time. Say bye, Hotech.
So see you guys.